Since I was here last night, I wasn't able to talk about it, but I'm sure you already know that Cecily McMillan was sentenced to 3 months in jail. She was facing 7 years. She also has been ordered to serve 5 years probation for elbowing a New York cop at a protest in 2012, 2 years ago. She had been facing that maximum of 7 years. And the judge yesterday morning, Judge Ronald Zweibel, said that she, quote, must take responsibility for her conduct, end quote. I guess the meaning of that is if you are a woman and you are at a political protest and for no reason whatsoever, the order comes down to haul you and your fellow protesters away, and your breast is squeezed, or you have the impression that your breast is being squeezed, you are supposed to not do anything. I guess if Cecily McMillan were a Gandhi type person, she might not have. But as she said at her trial, the reaction is almost reactive. If you are a woman, let me turn it around. Being a man, I know what happens if, or used to happen, it doesn't happen anymore, but I would be in a dust up with somebody, or when I played sports in high school, if I got hit in the groin, my first reaction, your first reaction is to cover up if you're a man, because it's pretty painful. And the second reaction, by groin, you know what I'm talking about. The second reaction is to strike back. It's just impulsive. But Cecily McMillan is not a man, so she has to take responsibility for her conduct. The judge didn't want to stop there in Manhattan Criminal Court. He added, this I don't know. I don't know how to not comment negatively on this, but he said, quote, a civilized society must not allow an assault to be committed under the guise of civil disobedience. Okay. First of all, we do not live in a civilized society. We don't. There is no society on earth that is run by predatory capitalists that can be considered civilized. So what the judge wants here is for everybody in the courtroom and everybody in media and everybody out here who hears about this jury or this verdict to play along, to play pretend that we live in a civilized society. We don't. We live in a society that has some rules, but I'm sorry, when we have 16 million children who go to bed hungry every night, when we are denying people a minimal amount of unemployment comp, when women are treated in some states as criminals if they decide to do something in the privacy of their medical consultations with their doctors, when the state of Georgia passes a law that says you can take guns everywhere, if that's a civilized society, tell me one that's savage. The judge said, however, the court finds that a lengthy sentence would not serve the interests of justice in this case. Any sentence does not serve the interest of justice in this case. I believe in nonviolent resistance. But I also believe, I don't care what the circumstances are, if you are assaulted, you have a right to protect or defend or both yourself. Now, that's why I'm not a Gandhian. That's why I would not have been able to do what Representative John Lewis or Dr. Martin Luther King did. To stand there and take a beating, to be fire hosed against a wall, to have my skin ripped open by dogs. I would not have been a good one in the civil rights confrontations. I just wouldn't have. As far as Occupy is concerned, excuse me, this is the only Occupy person I'm aware of that has been handed a jail sentence. Now, some people will say, well, 3 months in jail, what are you bitching about? She has been convicted of it is a felony, isn't it? She's been convicted of deliberately elbowing this officer, Grantley Bovell, in the face at Zuccotti Park. He suffered a black eye and spent 2 weeks off work with headaches and sensitivity to light. Poor baby.